You know they're right. Soon to be number one in the female chubby chaser demographics, ages 36 to 67 and a half. Big Ed and Big John are Two Fat Guys Sports Show.
What's going on, Fat Guys fans? Big E here.
What's going on today? John here, Big John.
So check it out. Great weekend to talk about, nothing but football. There's other sports going on. We talked a little bit of golf on the radio show.
Yeah, we did.
Wanted to talk a little baseball, but we ran out of time. All these big free agents getting signed everywhere.
Yeah, big money flowing.
I mean, there's people hanging out, playing baseball, doing their thing, getting ready for the season to start. We're going to focus right now, though, on the two big games of the weekend, the NFC Championship game, the AFC Championship game.
Right there, you got it, baby.
We all know what's going on here. I want to, before we do that, give a huge shout-out to all the new fans we've got checking us out on Two Fat Guys on Facebook. We're up over 200 friends now. It's getting bigger every day. Folks, make sure you spread the word. Have your friends check us out. We're also going to be doing another show on Blog Talk Radio in the very near future, and that's going to be a great time.
Right. We need all the call-ins we can get.
And before we get really too far into what's going on, I did it at the beginning of the season. I'm going to do it again. Terrell Davis deserves to be in the Daygum Hall of Fame. Didn't get any props. Over 2,000 yards in the season. Super Bowl MVP, regular season MVP, 2 Super Bowl rings. A career tragically cut short, almost doing the same thing he did when he got into the game. Terrell Davis in the preseason was a gunner on the kickoff team. Went downfield, just laid the wood on this one dipshit, dude. He did it just like you'd see Steve Atwater or Dennis Smith, any of these great Broncos, and even some of those Niner guys, that Lott guy. Who's that one guy that used to play for the Bears? That Singletary?
Yeah.
I think the Packers might have had one or two good guys doing that as well, but TD belongs in the Hall, people.
Well, I know, Ed, I'd just like to say something. That's probably the best bet you got to get a Bronco in right
bullshit.
there. No problem at all. And that's the only thing you can talk about now is the Hall of Fame stuff, because you sure can't talk playoffs. At least some of our teams are in the playoffs.
I know, but I just remember the last Super Bowl the Packers went to. They lost.
I forget who they got beat by.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, hey, I want to shout out to Mickey Driggs. We talked today on Facebook. Mickey, shout out to the Steeler Nation. It was great talking to you today, chatting with you online. Keep that coming. Good luck today against the Jets. So that takes us to maybe where we're headed today, huh?
Yeah,
talk about AFC Championships.
AFC Championship game. Man, this is a good game. I think that this is going to be a bit of a smash mouth game. Personally, I'm pulling for the Jets today. Not a huge Jets fan. However, one player on that team stands out to me. LT. Dude has been a consummate professional, pro's pro the entire time he's been in the NFL. Played for the Dolts. They went the whole Phillip Rivers direction, figured LT's old, he's got too many injuries, too much turf toe. But you know what, LT, he's done a fabulous thing this year, and that's one guy that I'd love to see walk into the sunset with a Super Bowl ring.
He really is a class act, and I love the way he runs and plays the game, and it's great to see older guys do well. But let's talk about the Steelers on the other side of the ball, because I think it's important to recognize that we're not talking about any slouches they're playing. So Jets definitely coming in hot-handed with Sanchez. I like what Sanchez is doing, but I've been noticing the last 2 weeks in a row, Sanchez overthrowing the ball. He's trying a little too hard or whatever. If he can settle in, it'll be a great game. But we got defense. We got a little bit of smash mouth.
I'm going to enjoy the game. No matter what happens, yes, I'd love to see the Jets. Pittsburgh, they're a great football team, a wonderful organization. I'm not going to get personal on what I think should have happened with Roethlisberger. I know if me, not being a professional athlete, had taken some young college girl into the bathroom at a bar and my buddy John stood at the door and said nobody can go in, I'd be sitting somewhere with pinstripes on right now.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Well, it's going to be a great game. And that's the afternoon game. So late game is the Jets-Steelers. The early game we're pretty excited over on my side of town.
Oh, yeah.
The Packers coming in, I think one of the hottest hands in football. And Aaron Rodgers running games in order. That kid Starks from Buffalo. good running back, helped them a lot the last 2 weeks. So I think that's going to be the difference. And then you got to talk about their defense. I mean, the defense, Clay Matthews, you got the Hawkster. The Hawkster, he's out there, man. He's leading the team in tackles. I see the Packers playing them tough. It's going to be a knockdown, drag-out, Bears-Packers NFC Championship game, and that's going to be fun.
It's going to be a great game. Let me look at the other side of the board, though. Not a big Jay Cutler fan because of the way things went down in Denver. You know what? That was part Jay Cutler's fault and half McDouchebag's fault. So we know what happened there. Jay Cutler has a lot of skill. He's got some talent. A little bit too much of a gunslinger at times, so he can get himself into trouble. But he can get that offense moving. Defensively, dude, man, the Bears, they're not slouches either. I mean, they got that one big Urlacher dude.
Yeah, he's
going to stand him up. He's going to do what he's got to do.
He's a thick dude.
The key to this game is right here. If Green Bay's offense can stay on the field, produce long drives, and not punt the ball to Hester, because Hester is going to change the game just like that. But the bottom line is, and we won't get too much into Super Bowl talk today because we don't know who's going to be there yet. I think either one of these teams out of the black and blue division, they got to rest up because that game is going to be such a bloodbath. They may not have any juice left for the big game.
Well, speaking of bloodbaths, got a Facebook today about the 1941 championship that was the Bears-Packers bloodbath, and that's what they called it. So this is 70 years later. We're doing it all over again. Don't quite love each other that much between the two cities. They're only a couple hundred miles apart. There's a lot of good things going on in this deal. And, I want to shout out to my Packer brothers back there in New York. Also, our trips to Green Bay were the best times I ever had, man. And we're going back next year with a ring next year, huh?
Yeah, we'll see. So, I mean, it's going to be great football. Fat Guys fans, chime in on the boards. Let's see what you guys have to say. I want to see nothing but people talking trash today. I'd love to see
turn it up.
Some fans fighting, throwing punches, having a good old time on the boards. We'll be on most of the day checking things out and having a great time with everybody. A quick shout out to our cameraman, BC. Dude, we couldn't do it without you. The steady hands of the man are just incredible. And also, Ken Schmeckel. Schmeck, dude, just wait till you see what you're going to hear because you're going to hear it soon.
Yeah.
Anyway, Fat Guy fans, I'm Big Ed.
Big John over here.
You guys be good. Enjoy the games, and we'll talk.